Hi, my name is Brett Rogers. I'm an Associate Professor of Classics at the University of Puget Sound. This is my most recent book, Classical Traditions in Science Fiction. Came out with Oxford University Press in 2015, co-edited by myself and my longtime co-conspirator, Ben Stevens. Classics is the study of the ancient Mediterranean between roughly the 2nd millennium BCE and, say, the 6th century CE. Reception studies is the study of how material, whether literature or myths or icons or images or designs, are then brought into different cultural groups or regions of the world at times more or less after the 6th century CE. So my article for Classical Traditions in Science Fiction is called Hybrids and Homecomings in the Odyssey and Alien Resurrection. Many critics have focused on the first half of the poem with respect to Odysseus' encounter with otherness, with monsters, with other cultures, famously books 9 through 12 of the Odyssey. My argument is that when we use Odyssey as a way to talk about a journey and an encounter with the other or the strange, that the coming home is actually a crucial part of that process. I wanted to put into juxtaposition the Odyssey, where the whole second half of the poem is based on what happens once he gets home and how strange Odysseus is and how alien he is in his own land. With Alien Resurrection, where you have these hybrid sort of monsters who are running around, or not monsters, well, they are monsters because they're but they're, and then you have Ripley, who of course in the first 3 Alien films is traveling out away from Earth, and then in the last film, the motion is back towards home, which I find really fascinating. One of the things that's amazing to me is that in the last 30 years, geek culture has changed profoundly. And so, trying to build a better geek is partly about us learning how to recognize, if we're going to take something from antiquity, for example, and use it in a modern context, how do we both get the feeling and also get the thinking that's behind it? How can we seriously engage with questions about gender or race or sexuality or class or ability and disability, and use antiquity to help make those conversations sharper in the geek culture that we build out of it. And I hope I will someday know something about science fiction or classics.